What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about how I made a little bit over $20,000 trading the NASDAQ today. I took a total of 2 trades. I ended up winning both of them, and I'm going to be explaining my thought process behind the entire day and why I ended up entering both of the trades that I did take. And hopefully by the end of this video, you guys will not have any questions. If you guys are new here, my name is Ivan. I like to recap the NASDAQ, the way I trade, and, the way I really see the market is different than everybody. So if you guys enjoyed this video, a lot of my other videos are just like this, and I have an entire boot camp on this YouTube that outlines exactly how I trade. So if you guys have any questions on any of the concepts that you hear or see me explain, you guys can go and check out the boot camp. Everything is very detailed. I made it A through Z, so it's all the way from installing the software all the way up to executing and drawing the different fibs. So if you guys are new here, make sure you subscribe, and I like to post a lot, so you guys will learn a lot. So without further ado, these are all of the trades that I took today. I'm going to be clearing this entire chart, and I'm going to be showing you guys why I took every single one of them. As usual, right here is my P&L. You guys can take a look. These right here are the longs that I ended up taking from the bottom all the way up to the tippy top, and I got out. And that was on my Lucids. This right here is on my Tradeifys, and I got break even on my Alpha Futures accounts. That's this third trade right here that didn't end up hitting. So I'm going to be clearing this, and I'm going to be going over the entire day. And right here we begin at about 8 o'clock, but I'm going to go ahead and go to about 7:37. So this is coming into 8 o'clock. I'm always on the charts before everybody else. I always want to have a good understanding about what's going on. The more time that you spend to analyze and the more fibs that you can find that tell you why it's bouncing where it is, the more precise you're going to be, because you are just simply putting in more reps. I'm putting in more reps before everybody else. I'm figuring out this is why it bounced there. This is why it bounced there. From this point now it's going to go there. That is why I am really good at what I do. I like to overanalyze it sometimes. So over here, we are taking a look at our bias. Mechanically speaking, if we are taking a look at this, we would be bullish. We would want to see London low get taken, and then we would be bullish. If London high got taken, this would be a completely different scenario. On the other hand, if you take a look at ES, you can see that we moved up, we took Asia high, and then we dropped. And right here, ES is coming up to take out London high. So two very different biases. Over here, we're looking at a bullish New York reversal. Over here, we are looking at a bearish New York reversal. Very strange. And honestly, it makes sense in hindsight. It makes sense, and I'm not mad because I won, and this is just proving me that my weekly bias is right. But I'm going to explain that a little bit further on. So Asia session moved up, London session moved down. We took out Asia low. Right here, we have London low. I need to figure out where the market is going to. So my thought process is very simple. In order for you to figure out where the bottom is at, you need to look at the top, right? So in order to find the bottom, you look at the top. So I'm going to head over onto the 5-minute, and I'm going to try to find some kind of fib. Over here, I'm taking a look in London session, and the only thing that I can really take here is a manipulation. If you guys have no idea on fibs, I have so many videos on this channel. So many. Like, there's no way that you don't know what I'm about to draw. If you have no clue, you need to go and watch. So over here, I am trying to take a manipulation. I'm going to be taking it from this high. I'm going to be taking it down to this candle body low. Now, this manipulation ends up getting ran through, so it doesn't work. Now I'm going to have to draw it even lower. I'm going to take it down here. This ends up giving me -4, which also ends up getting ran through. If I take it one step lower, this is going to give me -4 that is at 421. It has not been hit yet, which makes sense. The market is currently bearish. We haven't really bounced off of a clean level here. There wasn't a clean -4 right here, and that's why I'm going to assume that the market is going to go down to this -4. At this point, I'm now going to go onto the 1 minute. Now, on the 1 minute, I need to find more than one confluence. If this -4 is going to play out, something else has to align with it. It has to be either another -4 or it has to be a -2.5. If it's one of those two, it could also be a -1. If it's one of those three, it's going to be a good trade. If it's just one level, or if it's just one fib, if it's just one -2.5, if it's just one -4, it's not going to be as good of a trade if you're getting 2 or 3 different confluences, right? 3 confluences is always going to be better than 1. So over here, I'm now going to be looking after London session. So London session ended here at 5 a.m. and I'm going to be drawing from this top. This is the highest point that we've got right here at 5:04 a.m. We never broke above it, so I'm going to have to draw something from here. Just taking a look at this, even if I take off this session indicator, I can see that we've got a pretty clean OTE leg right there, from this high down until this low. This ends up pulling back to 0.5. This ends up pulling back to 0.618, respecting and continuing lower. And I'm going to be using this fib. This ends up giving me -2, -2.5, lining up below London low. If we zoom out, -2.5 lines up with -4. So now what I can do, and I like to call this the box method, I can take the low, which is going to be the -4 here, and I can take it up to this high, which is going to be the -2.5. It's only 3 points above. This is going to give me a midpoint. Over here, I'm using a simple rectangle with a middle line, opacity 100, and I can just drag this out. Now, this is my area where I want to see the market come down to, hold, and reject. Now I know that it's going down here, so I need to figure out where I'm going to enter. Over here, I'm taking this fib. I'm taking the manipulation here as well. There isn't an OTE here for me to take. I can take this, but this is going to give me targets really high up. What I like to do here is I like to take this manipulation. This ends up giving me some clean targets. The market ends up coming up. Now over here, it ends up rejecting. This is cool. It rejects. It puts in a lower high. So it's continuing the downtrend. It doesn't break the high. It puts in a lower high. Over here, we get an OTE leg taken from this wick down to this wick, and we end up pulling back to 0.5, rejecting that, and at this point, I'm now in this short. My stop loss is 50 ticks, over there, 50 ticks, 12.5 points, and I'm taking this thing down for London low. It wasn't for my full 50 points. Honestly, in hindsight, yes, I could have gone for the 50 points, but I just wanted the guaranteed trade, which was to London low, and this made me, this gave me a little bit of a buffer on the day so I can risk on the next trade. So this trade ends up playing out, delivering, bang. This is now 8 o'clock. At this point, this is when I send out the bias video in my Discord server every single day, telling people what's going to happen. So the bias video had both of these fibs, this high down to this low, this 5-minute manipulation, and this fib from this high down until this low. And then I explained both of these lined up, which is why this is the optimal trade to take. So I was already in these shorts a little bit before, and these ended up delivering. Beautiful, great trade. Now at this point, I wasn't on the charts for this, but I wasn't on the charts, which is why I got the shittier fill. Okay, I could have gotten a way better fill, but I ended up getting a fill right here into these longs, right there, and I had my stop loss of 50 ticks, and I had my take profit of 50 points, my 1 to 4. Remember, I'm taking this because there is a -2.5 and there is a -4, both lined up. This didn't hit. This was just barely at the stop. And so this ends up playing out. I ended up adding on my other set of accounts right here. And at this point, I had a 50-point take profit, which put my TP right up there. Now, once it kept ripping and it kept ripping, it gave a really good opportunity to enter right there. This is where a lot of people got in because now they know that the bottom is in and they can enter. So the market ended up pulling back here. We got a fib taken from this low up until this high, and it ends up pulling back to this 0.5, and once it rebalances this range, this is where a lot of people ended up getting in. Upon seeing this wick being bought back up, This is where they enter. I also entered. This was on my alphas. I ended up getting break-evened here. And they held for the 50 points. I wanted to be a little bit greedier. Obviously, the 50 points there hit. It was beautiful. This is how we ended up getting that fill over here in the wick. If you guys forgot, I'm going to show you real quick once again. Over here on this trade, I ended up getting filled out of this right here like this. I got filled right there because this was the exact 50-point take profit. All of them lined up. And on the alphas, I wanted to see higher, which is why over here I ended up getting break-evened. When it pulled back to my entry, it was right here, it ended up wicking, and I was like, oh, damn, what if it goes back up? And then news dropped, and the market ended up just collapsing. And at this point, I don't even care anymore because I have already won on this trade, I have one on this trade, and I have one on these shorts. But the reason I took the first trade is because I knew it had to drop, and once it dropped, I then understood, okay, this should be a bullish New York reversal. We should be bullish, right? Mechanically speaking, which is why we had to take these longs, and they played out. They gave us the 50 points. I asked a lot of people in the Discord server today, did you guys take 50 points? A lot of people did. So they all got this same exact exit. I'm going to show you guys this real quick. This is really cool. Really, really cool. This is all from today. All from today. So this was a little bit earlier. Over here, you can see that Shahir always complains. He always complains. He never understands shit. You know, he's always saying, I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't know if I'm doing this right. You see this? He did this by himself, right? Same exact trade I took. He was really happy that I said that. Same exact trade that I took right here. Pulled back to the OTE, bang, took it for the new low. Beautiful. Over here, this was the actual trade. The 2.5 lined up with the -4. You got the box in the middle. This is the entry, and that was the trade. $10,000. Even Lindy got this trade. -4, -2.5, and we had a level from our indicator right there. Beautifully played out. Over here, Shahir ends up taking the second trade. Do you guys see this shit? And then Shahir, like, doubts himself, right? He can't doubt himself. He's literally doing it. He is literally doing it. Both of these trades I ended up taking. These shorts down for the low, and then once you know that the bottom is in, you can now take those longs. Beautiful, 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 dude. WA to start the month and week. Yes, today is the first day of June. Beautiful, beautiful way to start. 50 points right there. 50 pointer, first true week of trading. Yes, this was my trade right here. It was really close. But even then, I would have known that it was still going to play out, and I would have re-entered. You have to understand that. Even if I got wicked out and I see the reaction, I'm going to be back in that. First official weekend and first 50-point win. Absolute banger right there. $1,000. Tazi, same exact trade. Miles, same exact trade. Leo, he didn't post this trade, but he posted it at the same time as everybody. So I'm assuming he hit take profit along with everybody. Angelo, same exact trade. Missed the first entry. No drawdown on the retrace. This is what I took on the alpha futures. This is what I should have hit take profit on the alpha futures, but I missed because I wanted to be greedy. But this right here was that pullback down to 0.5. And okay, it seems like you were taking a smaller fib there. That's really nice. I like that. You're not just using one confluence, you're using two. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. Joshua, same exact trade. Really close, but you know you would have re-entered. Cade, same exact entry. This right here, this was perfect. Off the pullback, taken for the 50 points. Right there on the wick, you're out. This is more like it though. You get the 0.5 reaction, you're not necessarily in at the bottom, and you enter once you see it react. And then bang, you're in that, and then your 50 points get hit right there. This is beautiful. This shows that they are not greedy because they are holding it for the 50 points. If they wanted to be greedy, they would have held for the high, or they would have held for 100 points, 200 points. Because they went for the 50 points, that's their win, and bang, they're done. They are done by 820. Like, it can't really get better than this. 600. Tony, same trade. NQ shorts. This is in London. And this is the entire day. Okay, beautiful. So these were the two trades that I ended up taking. The shorts down to London low, and then after -2.5 and -4 here get hit. 5-minute manipulation, 1-minute OTE, I'm now taking these longs. And even after this big fib ended up pulling back to 0.5, you were able to get a second re-entry, and you were able to get your 50 points, which is why I emphasize the 50 points so much. Imagine you were trying to get anything else, right? This statistically makes you money, right? And if you've watched me for a long time, then you know that. That's why you got to stick to the 50 points, right? If you went for anything more than that today, you would have lost. And yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums up the recap. That's how we did today. And the NASDAQ ended up ripping. Oh, and before I forget, the reason that this made sense, right? This drop was news, but we were bearish because at the start of the week, remember, our bias is always going to be the opposite. So if we are bullish on the week, then we are going to be expecting bearish price action, which I wanted to see. I wanted to see this range get rebalanced right here, this entire thing. And after it gets rebalanced, that's when, well, we ended up ripping today, which was our initial bias. Our bias was that it would be a New York reversal. ES was just moving completely differently than NQ. And that S&T is why I think we ended up pushing down. ES was just a lot higher. But that sums it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you guys have friends that are struggling, send this video to them. And, you know, maybe they will get inspired and they will be able to change their life. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. And have a great rest of your day. Peace out.